Hey, good afternoon, ladies and gentlemen, and thank you for being here today. My name is Dom, and I'm thrilled to have an opportunity to speak with you about a topic that's crucial in today's digital landscape: the proactive online reputation management. As PR professionals, I'm sure you're well aware of the impact that brand's reputation can have on its online success. However, in our rapidly evolving digital world, it's no longer enough simply to act or react on reputation issues they arise. Today's proactive reputation management has become a necessity for many organizations and individuals seeking to thrive and maintain a positive image. So, during this presentation, we will explore the strategies and techniques that will help you take control of your online reputations, and we're going to delve into the power of monitoring and listening, crafting a positive digital brand image, leveraging social media and reputation enhancement, mitigating the risks and handling reputation crisis. Also, how to build a strong reputation with online audiences, and the importance of measurements to continuous improvement. To make this more engagement, I will uncover some practical tips and real examples of proven best practices that will help you navigate the complex landscape of online reputation management and with confidence and finesse. I encourage you to take notes, participate in the discussion, and ask the questions along the way. So, for those who are new to our webinars, I would like to remind you that every Wednesday I host a training session here on Repsense, which is broadcasted live on YouTube, and once a week is for those who are just starting with online reputation management or has recently joined us at Repsense. And every second Wednesday we delve deeper into the topic with subjects dedicated for professionals looking to advance in online reputation management, like today. Our webinars is being streamed live on Repsense YouTube channel, so I would like to use this opportunity to invite you to subscribe to our channel to stay updated with the future events, or revisit this video in case you missed any part of it. And additionally, the video will be available on the event page at repsense.io. So after the session, I would like to ask you to share it with your peers or someone who you think might be useful. Also, please feel free to use the chat box to ask questions and say hi or leave a comment during the presentation. I'll be happy to address them towards the end of our session, and depending on the number of questions we receive and the discussion that starts, I think this should take a little bit less than an hour. So we have a nice hour ahead of us, and together let's embark on this journey to become the proactive reputation managers, ensuring that our brands and clients thrive in digital realm. So without further ado, let's dive into the world of online reputation management and discover the strategies that will help you evaluate your online presence, ambitions to succeed in today's interconnected world. Are you ready? Let's begin. Okay. But before we begin, I just want to make a short stop here and encourage you to go to www.repsense.io and look into our blog. My team has been creating a bunch of beautiful content that you can delve into and enhance your knowledge of online reputation. Also, while you're there, visit the Learning Center. It has all the videos from the past trainings that we've done recently. So if you have a moment, use this opportunity to go through the other videos and see the other trainings that you might have missed. And also book a demo with our sales team. Robertas is an amazing guy. He's gonna go through all the tools with you and maybe even set up a demo that's custom for you. So use this opportunity, and now let's truly begin. Okay, so I just want to slow down a little bit and talk about this case. There's a famous quote by Warren Buffett where he says that it takes 20 years to build a reputation and only 5 minutes to ruin it. Well, Mr. Buffett offered his pearl of wisdom almost a decade ago. And since then, the digital revolution has well and truly taken off. We might even say skyrocketed. And so even though this quote is still true today, I think it needs updating. I've been hearing this a lot in presentations about online reputation. So thanks to the digital world, everything is much faster. You can build your reputation much faster. You can also ruin it much faster. So forget 5 minutes. Try zero point 0.5 seconds or however quickly you can click a mouse to get that reputation spoiled. And cancel culture is rife. This is not just celebrities who need to be careful. Business leaders and brands are under fire as well. So erratic tweet or damning online review can have a huge repercussions on corporate reputation and ultimately on companies' bottom line. So it's time to get proactive about your online reputation, because reputation is something that needs to be built and continuously maintained. So it's not about making sure that you are not sure about your company sales messages and making sure they are relevant, or curating the digital presence that you are proud of and also that resonates with the target audience that you want to attract. So think about online reputation for your business as an ecosystem, which is only as strong is its weakest link. And of course, the digital dark arts are real. It's not about all the troll farms and dark web only. It's much more about more likely that the threat is coming from someone who's a hostile journalist or maybe a targeted phishing attack. And you really need to be aware of those threats out there and have a contingency plan to mitigate those risks once they occur. And do you have an effective crisis communication plan that's already set up? Is there a cybersecurity response to a breach in case you have one? What do you do if you have a data leak? Are you ready for that? And I think these are the questions that you should be asking yourself as a business leader today, because these threats are truly real, and we see a lot of reputations being spoiled just by piracy attacks and cybersecurity threats. And of course, the people at the top of the company are strictly linked to the company's reputation. So if their character comes under scrutiny, so does the companies they are tied to. There's also opportunity here. The leadership can become brand advocate and contribute to the marketing effort with tailored and developed online profiles that will give you an additional possibility to post content as well. But it goes without saying that the brand's reputation itself online is crucial. So your brand needs to be put in the best light possible, and all online communications need to be controlled and cleared for reputation risks. So you want to make it bulletproof with your brand in case the risk occurs. And your partners, so who do you work with, has a direct reflection on your business. Influencer marketing is incredibly popular now, but do you really know how reputable your partners that you work with are? Once you sign a contract that influencer is a direct representative of your business, and therefore their reputation becomes just as important as yours. Well, it can be hard to know where to start with so many different components to consider. What should be clear is that measuring your online reputation is something that needs to be done proactively, and that's an approach that you have to take today. You need to actively curate a favorable online presence, one that stands up to scrutiny and is defensible in the event of reputation crisis. This is how you can make it start. Okay, so knowledge is power. Having an entire picture of how your business or leadership is viewed online is where you need to start. To build and protect your reputation, you need to have visibility of all open source information regarding your business available. This will allow you to effectively map your online presence and identify both the opportunities and the threats. Find any negative product review or employer review and seek out all the negative news articles that are unfavorable on Reddit threads. Knowing the reputational issues is where you need to start if you want to mitigate the risk. And in this case, I'm showing you Like the setup for the profiles that we use at Repsense, they include the investor view, the first look, which is something when they look for your brand keyword as the only query in the search engine. Also your employer view, when somebody who wants to work for you is going to be looking for a salary, career opportunities, and maybe job listing ads. Also your leadership, who are your board of directors, who are the people responsible, who are also connected to the decision making. Your customer profile can be important when somebody is looking to for keywords related to the brand messages or with the products and services you're selling. Your CEO will go into the separate profile, which is going to be a brand and the first name and the last name of the CEO, and also your public profile, so something connected with the ESG and public responsibility and carbon emission regulation and so on. So something what the values that your company represents, and usually having a look at these profiles will give you understanding where to start. So in this case, we see that the public profile is ranking only at 7%, and the CEO profile is ranking at 17%. So this is the sentiment, how the people see your brand through the eyes of the stakeholders in all these different sections with different search intents. And of course, reviews matter. Let's get specific. Only the visible ones truly matter. In this digital age, reviews come in various forms, and each one can shape your brand's how your brand is perceived. Yes, we are talking the star-rated reviews, product comparison reviews, also Google reviews, as well as Facebook reviews, blog post featuring your product, and even a video reel with the product mentioned can be a review as well. They all contribute to the grand tapestry of your online reputation. But it doesn't stop here. We have review sites like SiteJabber, Yelp, Trustpilot, Discuss, and Reddit, and places where people openly discuss all sorts of topics, including your brand. These platforms serve as mind mapping databases, molding your online reputation based on what people say about you. And also, let's not forget about affiliate sites. They consistently churn out review type content. Now, this is where it gets interesting. Some of these reviews are paid, while others can be earned freely. You know why? Because search engines often favor websites that compare at least 3 products within the same category instead of just reviewing one. This is a clever tactic to boost their Google ranking. So, you can earn the review even though the main reviewed product is not yours. Most likely, this will not be the most favorable review in the list, but your brand might be mentioned there as well. And now let's talk about contingency plan. How do you manage these reviews? Do you respond to them? Do you encourage reviews with some incentives? These are the critical questions that demand throughout consideration. Responding to reviews shows your commitment to customer satisfaction to build trust. And incentivizing reviews, whether through discounts or loyalty programs or exclusive perks, can help stimulate engagement and generate more positive feedback. Remember, online reviews can have a power to make or break your brand's reputation. They are the voice of your customers and potential customers as well. Your contingency plan should involve actively monitoring and responding to reviews across all platforms, nurturing maybe a culture of transparency and customer centricity. So I challenge you to develop a robust contingency plan to manage reviews effectively. Embrace the feedback, respond truly and truthfully, and create incentives that encourage authentic engagement. By doing so, you will harness the power of reviews and strengthen your online reputation. But we are about to explore the incredible influence of reviews in companies, particularly those with apps in Apple Store and Google Play. Trust me, this is where the rubber meets the road when it comes to your brand success. Let me share a personal experience. Negative reviews that appear in the top 5 results can have a staggering 50% negative impact on conversion rates. Half of the sales might be lost just on one review that's in the top 5 position of your search results. It's simple. If your app sucks, you won't get downloads. That's why companies need to go to extra lengths to secure those positive reviews. Here's an intriguing tactic. Create a complaint area on your own website and give your customers a direct channel to express their grievances instead of airing them publicly. Not only does this show that you care about their opinion, it also allows you to collect invaluable user experience data, and improvement is a win-win. Now, let's talk about this invitation-only approach. Do you know how to get invitation? Do you know who gets invitation to write a review on public platforms? Only those who have previously left a positive review on one of their own channels. By doing so, you minimize the risk of negative review outbreaks in the media, which are harder to control compared to your own assets. So, and let's make one thing clear: fake reviews are a big no-no. Platforms like App Store and Google Play and even Trustpilot take swift actions if they catch just the wind of such practices. You risk removal from the platform and having all your positive reviews deleted, regardless of how they were generated. But fear not. Affiliates can help you, can be your secret weapon for gathering more reviews. Identify those magic moments where your customers are beaming with satisfaction, and that's when you strike. Ask for a review when they are happiest and watch their positive feedback just pour into your review category. However, it doesn't stop here. You need to promptly respond to all reviews, both negative and positive. It's crucial. Your aim should be sincere improvement and customer satisfaction. Addressing concerns, showing empathy, and striving to meet expectations will go a long way to build trust and loyalty. Now, I want you to leave with this mindset that reviews are not just words on a screen. They hold the power to shape your brand's destiny. Embrace and learn from them and use them to propel your business forward. A bad reputation arises because you haven't listened, you haven't understood, you disregarded or are ignorant of what your stakeholders are saying. Rather than submitting to the controlling, defensive, suppressive mindset that online reputation encourages, initiate the process of listening to and engaging with and then acting upon with your stakeholders what they are saying. And your reputation will manage itself. You won't have to do anything. So let's dive into the reputation index, and I think that's one of the products that Repsense is delivering, and that's the number that we are calculating to measure your reputation. So how it's calculated, and trust me, you want to make some serious notes on this one to make sure you understand how to get that number better. So reputation index is not just a number. It's the magical sentiment value that captures the essence of your brands across all platforms where it is mentioned. Oh, I love saying that. And I guess what? It's not all about the positive sentiment. We're about to explore additional crucial signals that will shape your online reputation and have the lasting impact on RSI. Picture this. Your brand is in front and center of the first page of Google search results. And then somebody searches for your company. Can you feel the power of that? Securing a prime spot in search engine result pages is an absolute must to boost your brand visibility and authority. So you want to make sure that you are being found on Google and you're being found on the first page in the premium position. And this is also where the Google Ads can help. You want to take as much real estate as possible to take over the search results when they see you. So you have your Google ads, your organic search results, the articles that speak about you, maybe your Google Maps listing as well for rich snippets and all the other information. You want to be in control of that. But having your brand ranking high in the search result, while it's important, but what happens when your brand is also mentioned in the trusted news sources? We're talking about, another two important components like media rank and source strength that are also a part of reputation index. So let's imagine your brand is being featured in a national magazine or some national news, spreading its information, far and wide across the industry. And most likely this is the kind of reputation goal you might want to be aiming for. And the source with a high media rank and a big audience will be the one to deliver that. So in this slide, I'm showing you a demo of a finance company and how their brand is being mentioned in the news category. All of the sources have the highest media rank possible, and national news will bring more credibility than the local blog or so. So I think relationship with the journalist and ability to provide unique content to every single source of information plays a key role here. But it doesn't stop here. We have to talk about the sentiment. Positive or negative reviews or ratings can shift the perception of the brand. And the main goal of monitoring your brand's mentions is to be able to identify what's brewing in the media and find those high authority and potential sites with the content that can be seen by thousands of viewers. There might be issues you want to address promptly to prevent things from escalating. And this is also a part of the reputation resilience. While in this case we can see that this finance company has all the data, all the links from the pages with a very high media rank at 92, 94, and 100% most of them. But when you look at the sentiment, it's not as good. You hardly find a positive sentiment here, and most of them is negative. And why? Because the articles are connected with scam, dominance, phishing scam, auditor finds something not nice, 576 million of revenue hidden. Well, so it's in the media with high media rank, but the sentiment is not good. So this is not the kind of content you want to rank higher on those media ranks. And this is the issues you might want to address fast before they come to the first page of Google search results. So, but this is also where it gets interesting. There are additional factors that come into play when calculating Repsense index. We're taking this thing up a notch a little bit by emphasizing the information quality and information distribution and diversity of sources as well. So your brand needs to be mentioned across various channels, showcasing its breadth and reach, but also social media and blogs and beyond. This will allow you to achieve the maximum visibility. But there is nothing older than yesterday's news. So you need to be delivering new media appearances constantly. Also, so let's not forget about the hero content. What's my mouse? Yeah. So let's not forget about the hero content. Because information quality matters. You need to have a quality content across multiple channels. You have to use some of that secret sauce to create outstanding content that grabs attention, engages with your audiences, and also leaves this lasting impression. So a press release that is, reprinted by various sources is not going to help. You need to have an exclusive content with every channel, a collaboration with a national news outlet suggesting your expert opinion on the topic related to the business will go a long way. Especially if that opinion is offered by a CEO of the company. It will boost both your CEO and your public profiles as well. So you might want to set up a KPI to have at least one hero content in the search engine result pages at least 70% of the time. and you do not release another unit until this one is ranking high on SERPs. So hero content will boost the score of other links in your search engine result pages and give you a higher reputation index as well. You have to remember, and this is, I want you to have this as one of the takeaways, that a bad review ranked at number 2 position in Google search results is always going to have less impact than result. It is a part of our DNA to look for the threats, so negative sentiment links will be clicked much more often. So, we also have to talk about the importance of localization. If you're working in multiple environments and multiple markets, tailoring your content to the specific region and language is a game changer. And it's not about, automating translation of your website. It's all about connecting with your audiences on a deeper level and showing them that you truly understand their needs and preferences. It might include building a bunch of websites covering the same topic, all of them taking, this valuable real estate positions in search results. So remember, your reputation is your most valuable asset. Let's make it shine brighter than ever before. And to do that, this is where discovery comes into play. The discovery view represents the information users find when they search for one of the high volume industry keywords that relates to you. And in this case, I'm using a discovery view for JP Morgan when search for the keyword investment bank in the United States. To rank high on the search results for particular keyword, you have to employ traditional SEO tactics. And in this case, we can see that JP Morgan is ranking really high on Investopedia, and the brand is mentioned, so it's there. There's also there's content on investment banking in Wikipedia. Is the JP Morgan mentioned there? Check. And also their own page is ranked at number 5 with the investment banking only outranked by Deutsche Bank and Citibank or Citigroup Bank. So you see that JP Morgan in this case, even in a very competitive environment, has at least 3 links that are mentioning their brand in the SERP results, and these are the ones that will get the 100 score from the others. While the others, all the score will be negative because it's will be 0 because it's either a competitor brand is being mentioned or the content is irrelevant to the brand. So this is how discovery looks. Okay, so when you're planning a public relations campaign, what do you need to measure the success of the public relations campaign? Clear and defined objectives, comprehensive and quantifiable campaign KPIs, maybe a campaign efficiency monitoring tool, and to make ability for adjustments along the way if something goes wrong. And in this case, I want to present to you how we set those reputation ambitions. So first of all, you need to define a goal when you're planning a public relations campaign, and Repsense can be a part of that. You also need to align that with your stakeholders' opinion, and then what reputation currently is there, and to set a baseline score. Where do we start measuring this KPI from? Because we need to understand where we are to know where we want to get. And then we have to, in the technical qualification part, we need to define our KPIs. So what needs to be achieved, and then maybe create a list of initiatives, what can be done to achieve that, and also define the scope of these campaigns. How far we're going to go, how wide, how big, how expensive that is going to be. So having the goals, having the technical qualification, only then you can go into the campaign action plan and then plan the content and the narrative, also set up priorities, and use the budget evaluations to set up an execution plan and how the budget will be controlled. So I want to walk you through a part of responsibilities, because having a plan and KPIs to measure your success is of course important, but To execute this project, and build contact, you need a team and split the tasks and responsibilities among the team. And in this case, I want to show you an example of a project involving a client, Repsense, and a third party, which is a public relations / SEO agency. So when we want to define the campaign ambitions, who's the owner? So the campaign owner here is the one who is responsible to defining the ambitions because they know the brand best, and the one who's also accountable for that. So this is where it all starts. So you as a brand need to be involved in this. But this is where Repsense comes in as a consultant. So we give you the data and the information, where to start, where you lack information, what can be improved, and to set up those goals. And then we align with the reputation stakeholders these profiles. So then we consult with you, and we are responsible and accountable for this stage in the process. The same happens with measuring baseline reputation scores. We inform you about what your current situation is, and we are responsible and accountable for that. And then together we define campaigns KPIs. So we consult with you and set up the campaigns KPIs planning, so we can know exactly what the numbers currently are, and then what are the numbers that we're aiming for. So with this plan, then we go to the content creation or public relations or search engine optimization, whether it's an agency or maybe insider team, and then we shift the responsibility to them, making them accountable for the next steps. So they need to create a list of initiatives that we're going to go through, consulting with us and the client. They will define the scope of these campaigns because this will be related to the goals we want to achieve, consulting with us and the client. Also, we will decide on the content and the narrative, and then the content will be created by the public relations agency or SEO teams. And they also set the priorities, because priorities might be linked to the budget, and so we're going to start with something that we can achieve faster with a lower expense, but also be preparing for the hero content that we want to boost our presence. So this is the plan that has worked for us and worked for many of our clients, and maybe that's the plan you might want to use once you start measuring your online reputation and have this goal set up for what you want to do next with your online reputation. And to show in a real example, I'm going to take you through the case study we've done with a company called Binance. And this is going to be measuring their online reputation in Germany. And the research scope in the communication goal plan was to understand the regions they're working in. So this is Denmark, Spain, France, Italy, and Netherlands. And there were 4 competing brands, which is Binance, Coinbase, Kraken, and OKX. So these are the brands that are competing in these markets. So through our insights engine, Repsense generated, we were able to establish that Binance has the lowest RSI in the market of Germany comparing to the others, as low as 26%. So Binance was ranking lowest comparing to the competitors in Germany, and this went through the technical qualification stage. We decided that this is the problem that we want to tackle. So then we walked to a campaign action plan and decided, okay, so what's going to be our ambition? How do we want to present this company in that market? And Binance public relations team said that a company with the best work, leisure, lifestyle, balanced reputation in Germany wants to be Binance. So decided that we don't want to not only want to be the best company in Germany, we want to be the one with the best work and leisure lifestyle. So now all of our communication will be based on that goal that they want to achieve with their reputation ambition. So I'm showing a couple of real example screenshots from the Binance account. So this is where you can see how they compare to the other brands, and also how their profiles are looking on this diagram. So I think they had the weakest part was the CEO profile, and also their public profile as well. So employer profile is going to be quite important here as well if you want to talk about lifestyle, work balance. So we look at these numbers, and their index was ranked at 26. And also look at the insights, because what we're doing here at Repsense, we're not only giving you numbers, we're giving you insights on what next steps you might want to take to improve your RSI. And then we can see here that in the discovery view, the brand wasn't mentioned that often. There's a lot of irrelevant search results comparing to the competitors. The website was missing on the first look, so somebody, when was searching for Binance, their own website was not even there. There were more brand mentioned in discovery view than for the competitors, which was a good thing. More relevant searches results than the competitors, so we need to build more relevant websites that will pop up in the search results. And Wikipedia was missing from the first look, so this was a low-hanging fruit that we might want to tackle. So, well, what we give you here is a list of things that you can do to get your reputation index higher. And these are all screenshots from the real-time data. So with this approach, what do we want to tackle? And I think the CEO profile was, let me just jump back a little bit. The CEO profile here was ranked lowest, yes? So now when we search for the company's brand and their CEO first name and last name, we can see what's in here. And of course, Wikipedia will be ranking high, always high on the search results. Suddenly we have two Wikipedias, one in German, one in English, with the same first name and last name. That's another good approach to take as much real estate as possible. Then of course LinkedIn will be another one that's ranking higher. And this is where we get to the news area. We can see that there was an article in the news category with a negative score of -30. There was another article in a national media with a high media rank and a negative sentiment, which is even lower than 30, -72. Then there's Forbes with a positive sentiment of 30%. And there's also their own asset, their own website that's ranking only number 7 with their keyword and their CEO. Oh, that's a lousy job. That can be improved. And then there's also other articles that are ranking in the first page of Google search results, but all of them have a negative sentiment. So this is why the CEO will have a lower score comparing to the other profiles, because a lot of that media that's making into the Google first page results have a negative sentiment and also have a high media rank. So this means they will rank high, but not with the information we wanted to be there. So what do we do next? So we set up a list of incentives and also a KPI goal and a baseline for every of the profile that we want to monitor. So in this case, for CEO profile, our current baseline is at 6%. We want this to be at least 50. And maybe if you heard from the other trainings, 50 is okay. 70 is very good for Repsense. And below 40, that's the area that needs improvement. So what do? We need to localize content for Binance about the CEO. We need to have publication in German news outlets, in German language, because most of that were English. And we need at least 5 publications of those. And we also need to buy backlinks for those publications. So we're going to buy at least 10 backlinks every month for these publications to boost them. Also for the employee profile, work and life balance is mostly related to employer branding and getting new employees. So first of all, for the job opening landing page, we need to do some on-site optimization to make sure they pop up in the search results. Also, we need to build some content on those landing pages. Well, at least one piece, here. And also we need to buy backlinks to make sure they will rank higher in the search results. And also do an on-site optimization. And also buy backlinks for those career pages as well. Same goes with the customer view. Our current baseline is at 47. It could be better. As I said, above 50 is okay. Let's go for 55. So what do we do there? We look at our pages with the highest most reputable information, and also the pages that the pages that should be on the first page, and come up with the SEO tactic how to make sure they make it to the Google first search results and make it rank higher. So this is your reputation ambition presented in a tactical model of what needs to be done to get there. Okay, so let's go further. So what's the outcome of this whole situation? For each campaign, we create a content creation instructions that encompass, the brand messaging and technical SEO guidance to ensure cohesive and optimized content that is effective for communication and campaigns key messages. Improve also the search query visibility. So we have a content and narrative with brand messaging and key messages and some SEO tactics that should be used while building the content. Then together with the public relations team for the company, we decide on which media outlets we're going to tackle from the information that we gathered from the Repsense app. Also look into the timing. We don't want to go all areas at the same time. Maybe one will follow the other, and also look at the other priorities that they might have concerning to the process that happening internally in the company. This comes up to the execution plan and budget, and the budget usually is coming from the content team or the SEO team, and they say, okay, to reach those goals, we're going to do this and that. This is the price of the service on the market. And then based on that estimations that we have, we will set up a budget and our plan when something needs to be done. So in the campaign action plan, the Repsense role here is as a sort of a data provider that we, enable the public relations and search engine optimization and the content teams to make those informed decisions, that are based on the data. And then just looking at this diagram, you can see that, there's always, low effort things that will give some incremental changes. And you might want to tackling those because this is your, taking care of your whole environment. And there's also quick wins, something that requires low effort, like Wikipedia we saw was not existent. And then you want to tackle those and win those positions on Google search engines with little effort. But your big bets, your hero content is also going to be important. Of course, the effort will be high, but the impact will be high as well because it's going to boost the overall value of the whole links in your SERPs. And don't get into those money pits where you're spending a lot of money to create the content. It's never going to rank high on Google search results and will not have the required reputation improvement for you. So our current reputation is indexed at 59, so it's achievable. But we want to be the source of information that gives you all the things and steps that you need to take care to better your online reputation, improve it, and make it as good as possible. So once the people are looking for you, they find information they should find, and not some angry journalist expressing their own opinion about how this happens, how they see the situation. So thank you very much for your time, and I really encourage you to take control of your reputation. Go to our website, book a demo, and talk to my friends at the sales department. They were going to set up the account for you. They will take care of you, and I'll see you again once you become our client. As a director of customer success, I will make sure you will succeed with our app. Thank you very much for your time, and talk to you in a week.